now that I've got back up from under the desk with all those big wings beating around my head and shoulders, I'll tell you what it was. It was The Ride of the Valkyries by Richard Wagner, and played by the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by Herbert von Karajan. So that should have set your day off right, unless, as I say, you were like me, hiding under the table. Janet, introduce our first guest.
Well, thank you, Alan. It's a very great pleasure to welcome to the afternoon stretch Lois Brown, and she is from the Cononley Singers. Good afternoon, Lois.
Hi, Janet. Hi, Alan.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to tell our listeners about the Cononley Singers? Is it a chamber choir, a large chorus?
Well, it's brand new, the Cononley Singers. It stemmed from last December. We did a centenary music hall in Cononley to celebrate the centenary of our village institute. And as part of that, there was quite a few people involved, but we had a chorus, a very small chorus, because we had a small stage. And from that, people felt a little bit disappointed that that was sort of the end of it, and there was nothing more musical in the village. So a few of us got together from that production and decided that we would try and form some kind of singing group.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yes, well, and as a bit of a community thing, and the idea was not to be particularly, picky about who was in it. It was a bit of a Gareth Malone, the choir sort of BBC thing in terms of trying to get as many people involved as possible, as long as they were enthusiastic about singing. So really, you picked up from us seeing our flyers and our advertising that we just having our first meeting on March the 3rd in our local pub upstairs. And the idea is to get as many people together as possible and start some kind of singing group.
So it is very new, isn't it?
Very, very new, yes.
It is. And have you had a good response?
We've had an amazing response.
Yes.
We've had posts up in the village and door drops, and obviously it's been in the local paper. And I'm quite involved in village things anyway, so people do sort of know me. So I've been approached by lots of people, have been phoned, I've been emailed. I've had complete strangers come up to me. It's been amazing. I've been really amazed by people who are actually enthusiastic to sing. I come from a musical background, and it's unfortunately singing's kind of died out a bit in the past, but it seems to be very much on the up, and people are keen to join in.
Yes, I think you're right. I think that it did sort of drop away a bit, and it found it very difficult to find people to sing. But everyone has a voice.
Yes.
And even if it doesn't sound very much at the beginning, it can improve and does improve with use.
And the thrill of singing together as a group is something that everyone remembers and enjoys. And a lot of people have come up to me and said, "Oh, I used to sing at school, or I used to sing at university." Or somebody even rang me and said they got the flyer after they'd been to a funeral that week, and they felt so distressed that nobody was singing, and they really enjoyed singing. They realised how much they missed it, and they thought, "I'm going to join this, I'm going to come." So it is exciting, and it's new, so hopefully we'll get lots of people, and we'll go on from strength to strength.
Have you an accompanist?
I'm an accompanist. We have two accompanists. We're very fortunate.
Yes.
There's two of us that play and also want to sing, so we're going to alternate. And also we're very fortunate because we've got a gentleman in the village who was a part of the music hall called Tony Hamilton, and he already conducts two choirs, a sort of Shipley way, a male voice choir and a mixed choir, and he's offered to run it for us.
Oh, that's very good, isn't it? Someone with experience.
And he also plays the guitar and things, so we've got plenty of accompanists and a scope of lots of different people with different talents. I've also been quite surprised I've had quite a lot of men come forward, because that's always a bit of a problem with choirs.
Yes, it can be, particularly tenors.
That's right, yes. So hopefully we've got...
Have you got some tenors?
We have got some tenors that said they're going to come, so... That's
brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
My goodness me.
You've hit the ground running, haven't you?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. It's really exciting, actually, really exciting.
Well, they say that singing is the most life-enhancing activity that you can take part in, and I'm sure that that's right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good for the soul.
Yes, indeed. And lets out all kinds of inhibitions, I think, too.
I think so, yes.
Lois, it's come from Cononley, obviously, the village, but have you got any people from outside of the village as well?
I've had a couple of phone calls from people who've seen it in the paper, sort of in the surrounding villages, but I haven't heard of anyone else as of yet. That doesn't mean they haven't seen it.
No, but that's great, because it is a community affair, isn't it?
Absolutely.
When you keep it in the village like that, and not deliberately, as I say, because you advertise, but to keep it with the people who are around, because all sorts of spin-offs come from this sort of thing, don't they?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah, I mean, we're quite a lively village in terms of activities, but there was a big gap in terms of musical things, and the musical was the first thing that I'd really been part of. I've lived in the village about 6 years, that was musical. They've done pantomimes quite a few years ago, but it's nice for people who've got an interest or a talent or enthusiasm for it to be able to have an outlet, really.
Well, yes, indeed. And if you have one singing group, there are all sorts of valuable spin-offs from that.
Absolutely.
Because you do have a collection of singers that you can use perhaps for a chorus in a pantomime.
Yes.
Or, well, all kinds of events in a small community that, you've fill a gap somewhere.
That's right. And we've decided that we're going to have the few of us that got together decided we'd like an aim of some kind of concert or a first sort of thing in July, not a big concert, and maybe involve other people. The school it's quite a small school, but they have a little school choir, and the head teacher said he's coming to the singing group as well.
Oh, yes.
So that's our little link as well. So and also try and involve some of the other instrumentalists we used in the musical and put on some kind of production, whether it was for a charity or for one of the village charities. We would sort of do something in July.
Yes.
To have an aim, because it'd be a shame for it to start it off and then peter out, sort of thing. We want to keep it going. So.
Oh, I think these things have their own momentum once you get them started. That people begin to enjoy it and then are terrified that it's going to, that it's going to fold because they know how much it will miss.
Lois, have you decided what sort of music you're going to sing? Are they going to be so wide-ranging from pop to classics?
Wide-ranging, I think, really. I think in the first instance, because obviously we don't really know what sort of different levels of people that are coming. Some will be able to read music, some won't, and all of that. I think we're going to start off, Tony's strategy really is to get us singing.
Yes.
Something, and then see where we move on from there. Because I know some people who are coming have sung lots in the past, and some are very new, but will like singing, enjoy singing at home. So it's sort of, I think we'll start off singing things that are pretty easy, and then try and build from there. Really.
That's you've hit my style on the head.
Yeah.
Most people prefer me to be singing at home.
Everybody can sing.
Yes, they can. It's true. And one of the most wicked things that happens is if a child is told they can't sing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I have come across people who've been told that, when they're very young, and it just takes away a lifelong pleasure. It does make me so angry.
Oh, yes, absolutely, because, I mean, and then they're frightened to sing from there on in.
Of course, yes. It just, they might just as well cut the vocal cords, they really.
Absolutely,
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So it's your inaugural meeting, is it?
It is indeed, yes.
At the beginning of March, 3rd of March.
3rd of March on Wednesday night, yes, a week today, yes.
A week today, yes.
And we're starting upstairs in the pub because it's free, and also because it's slightly less daunting venue than, say, a school or a village hall. So for people to come in and join in, really.
Yes, especially as you may perhaps have quite a small group to begin with. Yes, you need premises which are comfortable, and if people feel comfortable, they sing better.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
You see, we know this bit, or Janet knows this because she's a choir member.
Yes.
You see.
Yes.
So she knows all about this.
Yeah.
I bow to her greater judgment. I do in everything, but I think.
I pay him at the door, actually.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Have you decided other things? Are you going to have a particular uniform, or haven't you got round to
not that far, really. I think it's in terms of the first meeting is also to say thank you very much for coming, but what do you think we should do?
Yes.
Really, because we want everyone to have a part of it, really, rather than dictating. So we'll wait and see what people are interested in or how they want to go. I think it would be nice to have something to make us sort of a bit different. I've been in choirs in the past and we've worn all kinds of guises, but...
Yes, you have to be a bit careful with them, actually.
Yeah.
You need something which suits everybody.
Absolutely.
I think one of the most successful ones was just a sort of sash, which was the same colour, and everybody...
I've done that before,
Yes, can wear what they want as long as they have something to identify them.
Yes.
Have you plans for fundraising for charities or anything like that?
Well, we talked about that concert in July. We have a village gala in June, and we have a bandstand that gets used once a year for the brass band on that day, and we thought it might be quite nice that was